JBNN keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones, and in the news, GC Foster College Vice Principal gunned down in Portmore. Vice Principal at GC Foster College of Physical Education and Sport in St. Catherine, Gibbs Williams, was gunned down this afternoon while at the compound of a medical facility in Portmore. Head of the St. Catherine South Division, Senior Superintendent Christopher Phillips, said Williams was a national cricket manager who was attacked at the Portmore Hospital complex. It is reported that Williams was called outside of the medical facility, after which 3 explosions were heard. He reportedly ran back inside, covered in blood. Williams was then rushed to the Spanish Town Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. 21-year-old serial shooter slapped with 22 charges. A 21-year-old construction worker was held in connection with several shooting incidents and murders that occurred between December 2022 and July 2023 in Clarendon and Manchester, has been arrested and slapped with 22 charges. DeAndre Grant of Belfield District, Manchester, and Canaanites Maple in Clarendon has been charged with murder, 2 counts, conspiracy to commit murder, 2 counts, wounding with intent, 2 counts, shooting with intent, unauthorized possession of prohibited weapon, 4 counts, unauthorized possession of ammunition, 5 counts, and using a firearm to commit a felony, 6 counts. The Manchester police have reported that Grant's first shooting resulted in the killing of 21-year-old Sunil Mushet, otherwise called Shine, a construction worker of Comfort District, Manchester, on Thursday, December 8, 2022. About 4 p.m. on the aforementioned date, Mushet was shot to death, allegedly by Grant, in Kendall District in the parish. 44-year-old Novelyn Matthews, otherwise called Catherine, a chef of New Green District, Manchester, was reportedly shot and killed and a man injured when reportedly attacked by Grant in their community on Friday, March 3. Reports are that Matthews and the man were walking along the roadway when they were reportedly pounced upon by Grant and the 3 other armed men. They opened gunfire on both parties, hitting them multiple times before escaping in the area. The injured persons were transported to hospital, where Matthews was pronounced dead and the injured man treated. According to the police, Grant reportedly struck again at a plaza in Mandeville on Monday, March 6, where it was reported that 2 security guards were attacked by 3 men, one of whom was armed with a handgun. The attackers then restrained and demanded money from one of the 2 guards. The demands were not met, a tussle ensued, and the attackers fled after the armed man opened gunfire. The police said Grant's last victim was shot and injured on Monday, July 31, at his home in Top Coffee Grove District in the parish. The man reported that he was at home about 12:50 a.m. when he was attacked by Grant, who was armed with a gun. A fight ensued, during which the man was shot several times. He ran and was later assisted to hospital, where he was treated. Following an operation, Grant was arrested on Wednesday, August 2 in Westmoreland in relation to a separate incident. He was later handed over to the Manchester police, where charges were laid against him on Wednesday, October 4. A court date is being arranged. Man fatally shot by police in St. Catherine, Indicom launches probe. The Independent Commission of Investigations is probing the fatal shooting of a man by the police during an alleged confrontation in Grateful Hill, Glengoff, St. Catherine. The deceased has been identified as Courtney Thompson of Spanish Town Road in Kingston and a Grateful Hill address. The police report that about 7:50 Thursday morning, a team on an operation in Grateful Hill entered a yard where 2 men were observed. The men reportedly ran to the back of the premises and were pursued by the police. One eluded the police, while the other reportedly brandished a gun and pointed it at the cops. The police said the cops took evasive action and opened fire, hitting the man, who was allegedly found clutching the weapon. They say a loaded Colt revolver was recovered. The injured man was taken to the Lincoln Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Clarendon mother livid after daughter hospitalized following school fight. A Clarendon mother is livid after a 12-year-old daughter became unconscious after an alleged brawl with a male student at Edwin Allen High in the parish on Thursday. The mother claims her child was reportedly kicked in the head repeatedly and stomped. The child remains hospitalized and will undergo a series of tests, including a CT scan. Principal of the Frankfield-based institution, Jermaine Harris, said that he is aware of the incident and that a report is being done. The girl's mother, Shanique Johnson, who spoke from the grounds of Maple Hospital in Clarendon on Friday morning, said she is upset. Johnson also chided the school, claiming administrators failed to disclose the seriousness of the situation, alleging she was only told her daughter had been involved in an incident and she was to make her way to the school. When I went up to the school and go by the nurse, them say a little boy push her and she drop on the concrete and lick her head. Some kids say when she fell, the boy was stamping on her face and kicking her up in her head. God know me vex, me upset, said the irate mother. Me dey at the hospital from last night. Me have to sleep down here. Them take 2 bottles of blood from her. She's talking and everything now. But right now she's still inside in pain. The right side of her face swell and I'm waiting to do a CT scan, Johnson said. The 12-year-old girl alleges the brawl happened over a bracelet the accused male student forcibly took from her. Me did in the class on him take my bracelet and have it on him on. And me tell him to give it back. And me come out of the class. And me drag him short and say, give me my bracelet. And him turn around and push me. So me push him back. Him kick me and me kick him back and slap him. And him push me and me head lick up. And me don't know what happened after that, the child said via relative's cell phone. The child said she woke up at the nurse's quarters at her school, but seemingly lost consciousness again. The accused student is reportedly in second form. Principal Jermaine Harris expressed cognizance of the matter, but said details were sketchy. We are preparing a critical incident report to submit to the Board of Management, as well as the Ministry of Education. It happened in the afternoon, and the nurse rendered assistance to the child, said Harris. M16 and shotgun among 4 weapons seized by St. James Police. The police in St. James seized 4 guns and several rounds of ammunition in separate operations on Thursday. They say 2 Remington shotguns, along with 17 12-gauge cartridges, were seized in Retirement District. Reports are that during the operation, which was conducted between 10:15 a.m. and 12:15 p.m., an open lot was searched. The weapons and ammunition were found inside a garbage bag beneath a mattress. No arrest was made in connection with the find. Meanwhile, an M16 rifle with 1 magazine containing 25 5.56 rounds and a Smith & Wesson 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 13 9mm rounds of ammunition were seized in Flower Hill District. The police say about 11:30 a.m., a team conducted operations in the area and the premises was searched. The police say the 9mm pistol, along with ammunition, was found wrapped in a handkerchief atop a cabinet, while the rifle, along with the 5.56 cartridges, was found on the roof. 1 man was subsequently taken into custody. Investigations continue. It was frightening. A teacher who was driving behind the ill-fated Toyota HIACE minibus that plunged 400 feet into a ravine along the treacherous Long Hill Main Road in St. James on Thursday, wants the motorway condemned. The accident, which occurred about 3:30 p.m., left 1 man dead and 6 others, including the driver and the students from schools in Cambridge and Antrovy, hospitalized. The deceased has been identified as 50-year-old Dillon Hines, the father of dancehall artist Top Man. I was driving behind the bus, which was not going fast because it had rained earlier. It seemed as if it picked up a skid because all I saw was it careening into what was left of a wall and yellow taping from a previous accident over into the gully, said Renee Anderson, who was still in a state of shock when she spoke yesterday. Anderson said she tried to stop her car from going in the direction the bus went, but her brakes failed. Quick thinking on her part saw her engage in the handbrake, which caused her car to spin around. It was frightening. The wall that was hit down by a truck over a month ago has not been fixed. I don't know if I can drive to work tomorrow because going up Long Hill is not bad. It is coming down. There is all on the road from the many trucks that use the thoroughfare, she lamented. Anderson said she got a hold of herself and decided to call the police and the fire brigade as several onlookers stood crying and transfixed by the mishap. As they stood there, Anderson said that screams could be heard coming from the depths of the ravine below. Linval Walters was one of 2 men brave enough to tackle the hilly terrain and the descent to help rescue the occupants of the vehicle. He said that when he reached where the bus had landed, at least 1 person seemed dead. "We sent a number of scholars on the bus, and we start take them out and send them through the bush," said Walters, a taxi driver who has been driving along the Long Hill route for 26 years. He said the area where the vehicle landed was very rocky and was the same site at which a truck also plunged over a month ago and a crane had to be used to lift it. "It needs a big wall and the road needs to be fixed. It needs to be widened. Whenever it rains there's a problem," said Walters. He is appealing to the authorities to do something about Long Hill, saying that too many lives have been lost on this stretch of road. Raymond De Souza, acting senior superintendent of the St. James Division of the Jamaica Fire Brigade, said they responded promptly to the call, dispatching 3 units and 2 ambulances, noting that they originally told that a Toyota Coaster had plunged into the ravine. He said the emergency team extricated 4 students and 3 adults from the wreckage. They were all sent to the Cornwall Regional Hospital for treatment. We did a 360 of the area twice, based on the distance from the road and the event someone may have fallen from the vehicle, but we found no one else in the area, he said. The divisional commander said although it was a difficult rescue mission, his team of firefighters was well trained and up to the task. St. Catherine man fined $600,000 for firearm negligence. A St. Catherine man was today fined $600,000 or 9 months in prison over the disappearance of his licensed firearm. 40-year-old technician Ian Hutchinson of Spanish Town today pleaded guilty to negligence in the parish court. He was fined by senior parish court judge Desiree Lane. Facts outlined in court are that on November 28, 2022, Hutchinson went to a funeral in Spanish Town and placed his licensed Glock pistol inside his vehicle. After the burial, he picked up 2 women. Upon reaching home, he realized that his gun was missing. He related his ordeal to the police, which launched an investigation. He was subsequently arrested and charged with negligence. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.